here we go. Just let me know what resonates. Per usual, I'm going to ramble. I'm going to do two at once, so I'm going to talk very fast. So, Gerald kind of seems, so we have an older one right here. Anthony kind of shows me like it's not watching carefully, or a situation that catapults out of control, or like one thing leads to another thing leads to another thing kind of thing, and then he takes partial responsibility for like just not seeing stuff, or just things happening in a certain way. Like if we'd have opened our eyes, we probably could have seen it happening, but we definitely had zero, like we didn't have any reaction time, definitely didn't see it, okay? And so that's something I get, and that's something that I get for this Anthony. But this Anthony seems younger, dark hair, hands you multiple like roses and flowers that says it's okay, it's okay. So this Anthony passed before his time, dark hair, situation tumbles out of control, didn't necessarily see what was going on. So that's what I got for Anthony, okay? So this Gerald kind of tells me he passes medically, and then he keeps saying thank you. So I think this person passed of something underlying medical and then was taken care of toward the end, and then he shows me the inside of his body, and then it all just starts kind of like funneling out. It almost just seems like we're good, some days we're mush, we're good, some days we're mush, we're good, some days we're mush, and then we're mush, and then we're mush, 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 mush. So it almost seems like someone taking care of him toward the end, good days, bad days, passes of something medical, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, pass. So it kind of seems like older, end of his life, something medical, maybe being taken care of, declining, has a hard time getting around toward the end of his life as well. And then he shows me my sign symbol for going down in steps, declines in phases. Grandpa makes me feel like I can hardly breathe, I can hardly talk. I don't think there was a lot of communication for this Gerald guy. Okay, if you can't hear, go out, come back. So, Victoria, this Gerald, or Anthony, let me know what resonates for whichever one. Because I know I said I was only doing two, but you know, you waited almost a freaking hour for your reading. So, we're going to make sure we're going to cram two of them in this room. Both of them resonate great. So let's start. Honestly, I'm very curious about Anthony. How did Anthony end up passing? So she said both of these resonate. And if I get to choose, I'm picking Anthony because he was a little more urgent and there's a responsibility, and he seems younger and throwing roses at you. So obviously I want the tea. Obviously I want the tea. So tell me, how did Anthony, please excuse me, end up passing today? Kato, I was just looking for and then I don't hear anything. I was just trying to find it's almost like a distracting. He died in a fire, a situation that got out of control and just progressed, and he didn't see me. Hello, Amber. And he didn't see it coming, and it was, and it's a situation that got out of control, and he died in a fire, and he's looking around like, hey, I just gotta look at oh my goodness, and he died. What, did he not get out in time? What happened? Who is this to you? Dang, didn't see it. Situational. A fire just progresses. You get trapped in it for whatever reason. He's looking around like he's just got to do something real quick, or just got to, like, you know, by the time he can even calculate, we got to get out of here. This house is burning down. Let me make a game plan. Done. Wow. The clarity. Wow. Nope, they were my nephew. My sister is listening too. I'm talking to someone's baby. Trigger warning. Damn. Before his time, dark hair, handing roses. You're right next to his mama. No wonder he's handing roses. Okay, I'm going to tell you one thing. There's a partial responsibility. There's an underlying something. There's an underlying didn't see it, couldn't get out in time, etc., etc. But there was not fear. There was not... Yeah, roses show love for sure. Hand these to my mom. I'm okay. I'm okay. See me handing roses. See me handing roses. See me handing. Okay. There is not fear. There's a, oh damn, this place is burning down. I better. And then what passes out from smoke inhalation? By the time we realize what's going on, I think we're gonna pass out before we're gonna burn. You know? I think there was him to show for it, to be honest. I think it was the smoke that got him. Almost had no... Smoke is caused by fire? Technically, yeah. So, I feel like he was like, oh dang, what is this? And like had no reaction time. By the time, let's say he's asleep, he wakes up, takes a couple good deep breaths, and he's out again. So, there is no fear. There is no scream of entrapment. I don't feel that. I feel oh damn, and then lights off, like getting put under for a surgery. That's what it felt like. Shannon said she's about to eat a tub of ice cream and cry herself to sleep for everybody today. It is a dramatic day. It is a dramatic day. Dramatic day on the channel. Alright, that's why we're not refreshing the list, because I don't even want to know. We're just going to do them. We're just going to do them. I don't want any heads up. Give me the drama. She said, okay, thank you, sorry. What the hell are you sorry for? What are you sorry for? I was not saying anything to you. Don't apologize to me. Don't apologize for existing. Don't apologize for bringing this little boy on for his mama. Don't apologize. Don't apologize. Not allowed. Now you're grounded. See what you get? Okay, cool. So, this Gerald. Anthony says, tell mom that the dreams are real. I found my dad passed who wouldn't communicate at the end. Is that Gerald? Is that Gerald? Because I was just about to start talking about Gerald. She's literally like, I found my dad passed who couldn't communicate at the end. And that's who we were talking to earlier, right? What a day for you. I love this. Thank you so much for getting a reading. You have made today so much even better. Not saying anything was wrong with it, but like, how can it be wrong now? You know, how beautiful. Okay, cool. So, Gerald here. Well, we've got some time. He had Mom whisper into Kato's ear, Mom, don't do that. I'm trying to talk to people. So Gerald says that he declined in the medical steps, declined very drastically in medical steps, talked about being taken care of, said you didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Now we know that you actually found your dad who passed, and he couldn't communicate at the end. That's why we didn't get a chance to say goodbye, and he probably couldn't walk around or function a whole lot, and it was a decline. He says that you don't need to feel responsible for. He says, some days are good days, some days are bad days, some days are good days, some days are bad days. Yesterday was a good day, today you found me on a bad day. So I think it was luck of the draw, time to go. It wasn't, if I could have got to my dad 5 minutes sooner, I'd have saved him. Nope. Not real. You could have walked out and gone to the grocery store. It was going to happen then. You were just nice and close. You know? And he says, I'm okay. He goes like this, and he says, my heart, my heart, my heart. He goes, my heart couldn't handle it all. Doesn't matter if it was that, if it was that, if it was that. Everything wears on the heart, Kato. Wears on the heart. He goes, if there's an organ you can take care of, it's your heart. Go for a run. Listen to it beat. Do something with your heart, you guys. Love a little. Break it over love. Only thing that can break your heart's emotion. You know? So, I like that. But he talked about his heart. He went off on that rant. Seems a little romantic. I love it. He talks about the situation, that partial responsibility, but only he wants to take that grief from you. You can't be like, I found him, and if I would have found him 2 minutes earlier, he goes, and then you'd have found me 2 minutes earlier dead. He's very practical. He loves you. He's not gonna, you do so much, you don't get to ruin yourself because of how you interpreted something, okay? You don't get to ruin yourself because you couldn't save your dad. That was a bad day, and he was going on a bad day, and he loves that he wasn't around you when he went down, Okay? You may have found him. Yes, that's traumatizing. Also, watching him take his last breath is also fucking traumatizing. So I think he got to choose that part. Okay? You couldn't have found him any sooner to save him. And that's what he needs to know. And then you, the dreams that you have, smelling him. He smells like a vanilla guy. It wouldn't have, like a woodsy vanilla vibe, you know? But you smell him since he's ended up passing. You see him out of the corners of your eyes. When you look, nobody is there. So don't underestimate the power of some angels. You gotta tune in. Just tune into your inner you, tune into your dreams, okay? Love it. And then he says that you still, I wouldn't doubt it if you had a bottle of his cologne, if you had a picture of him, if you had a shirt of him tucked in a box, you know. So I think you have a good shrine. You could build it bigger, he says, but I think he's just talking now. And I don't know if you have his glasses or if he wore glasses. He just gives me a little flash of glasses on his way out the door, so whatever. All right, Victoria, thank you so much for